Gemini, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the month. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card so you not only receive your forecast, but you start to grow your own intuitive skill sets, because that's what this channel is all about, is promoting the betterment and benefit of tarot. And I really want you to give yourself a real benefit this month, okay, by just taking a chill out and relaxing and kind of like a let go, let God attitude. It's really for your favor and divine order. And quite frankly, you kind of need the mental and physical and kind of spirit rest. And it's all right for you to take a breath, to take a step back, just review things, decipher stuff that's been happening to you over the last couple of years, put it in its proper compartment to either get rid of it or keep it and store it away for a different experience in later life. But right now, it's really about taking a voluntary step back. And the reason why I'm saying that, Gemini, not only do you deserve it and welcome it as well, you need to trust it, okay? Because the 6 card placement, which is what's happening right now, is the Hangman. It's a major arcana card, and it literally means hanging in time. When I was younger, I would kind of get PO'd when I saw this because I would be stirring with new ideas. I felt like the rush of time was working against me. I needed to get things done yesterday, and just that sense of accomplishment and kind of maybe even rolling more. But there was a little scatteredness to my brain and my heart set that I needed to kind of collect. And that's the beauty of the Hangman. It's a self-sacrifice to kind of, again, step back and take a relaxed moment and a let go, let God, because I don't need your overthinking, which we're seeing in the crossing card, the Knight of Swords. A lot of times it's a reflection of thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, and it's like overwhelming and it's overthinking, and we may be trying to push the rock up the hill and it's rolling back on us. Those kind of scenarios play out when I see the Hangman. It's God's gift to us to take a just like a back seat and just relax and just, again, like decipher and meditate, get reconnected to God and let go, let God, all right? And some of that reflection is happening in the past, which is really interesting here. And I think it's a real tidy up moment for you. And that I think that's why God's giving you the space to take the time to kind of reflect on yesterday and to kind of, like I said, tidy up the stuff that needs to stay and the other stuff that needs to go permanently. All right. And the reason why I'm saying that is in that first card placement is a significator. The 6 of Cups, it's a celebratory state, a kind of reaching of achievement state in the area of the heart. And the achievement is within you because you've had a lot of life lessons and experiences, especially a lot of Geminis have had a lot of heart hurts with friends and family, unexpected upheaval and chaos. But that's the whole lesson of the journey of the heart, especially because there's 2 of you. You're going to feel a lot of the effects of all the life lessons of all the zodiac signs, right? And the 6 of the Cups is a nostalgic look back to the past. But we need to make sure that we're not lingering in the past and like, oh, look how good it was then, or I miss this person that was really not good for me at all. But I think more of this is happening in moving forward, which I'm really digging for you, Gemini, right now. Because, again, even the crossing card, which is not allowing you maybe to move on or reflect in the proper exalted state of the 6 of Cups, to take those life lessons and experience and turn them into wisdom and know-how. Because that's what's happening here this month, and that's why you're getting that reflective room. And the Knight of Swords is, like I said, thoughts on thoughts. It can feel like a rush of whoosh coming at us, and we want to maybe throw everything on the wall to see what sticks. We don't know what sticks, and that's why the Hangman is coming in here. I don't want you to get overwhelmed and overthinking in any way, shape, or form, especially about the past, okay? Or maybe the past is blocking you from that ability to use your intellect, intelligence, communication. That's a reflection of the swords as well. That's its domain. It's our thoughts. But it's also our identity. So don't get caught up here, Gemini, if you got hurt in the past by people being shady, McGady, or hurting you even purposely. You know, there's a lot of meanness out there in that reflect in our personal relationships and even family dynamics. They could play out, but it was meant to grow you in your own way. So having no self-doubt or low self-esteem or low self-love is not the proper avenue for you right now. It's quite the opposite, all right? I don't want you wallowing in that and not feeling like you have a voice. And I'll also say this because the 7th card position is how we're feeling about ourselves. And I really love this because the King of Swords, again, that domain of intellect, intelligence, communications, our identity, during the whole journey of the swords, I'm not asked to use emotion or feeling. I want to keep a strategic distance. I want to be able to have 100,000 viewpoint to look at things in that analytical way, right? But by the time I reach this royal guy, I'm balanced enough, I'm mature emotionally and spiritually and intellectually to be able to balance that logic with intuition. And I would, just because it's a Six of Cups as this extension of how you're feeling, because that first card placement is a general gist of the overall reading. So if you're having that reflective moment in how your behavior played out in kind of those scenarios where there was maybe a justice or a cutting of a way off, because it's also a reflection of divorce and marriage and breakup and those kind of situations of partnership. But the king wants to say, be gentle on yourself and maybe even be gentle on other people, because that's the thing about the swords. It's a double-edged sword. We could be cutting away to get to the justice, but we could also be cutting away other people with our sharp tongue or our sharp mindset. And you've got two brains and they're in overdrive right now. So let's just make sure we're not wasting our time in a reflection of like, oh, I wish I had said this or I wish I had done that. Because the king's lesson in the exalted state is, as long as you used your heart and your good intention, which I know my Gemini friends do. So don't worry about it, okay? So wherever you have to take that reflection, use it for your betterment, because that's why the king is appearing. So cut yourself some slack and look realistically how you did apply good heart and good mindset. So again, it's about moving forward here. And the knight, turn it over. Don't be afraid to get on. There's two of them too. So don't be afraid to get on with those kind of thoughts that are emerging in your new identity. Don't linger in the past, and don't disregard or disrespect your own thoughts, right? Okay, so there's a reason why they're coming to the forefront, and you need that silence, peaceful state to kind of decipher that, because there's been a lot of like upheaval, like I said, chaos and just emotional drama and business stuff, everything, you know what I mean? Family stuff, relationship stuff. It's all been the kit and caboodle for Gemini for a couple of years now. And we're coming out of it, which I really loving, and you're finding your footing, which I'm really loving more. And you need a break. That's what the God in the universe are saying right now. And you need to give yourself that, that permission to do so. Okay. And I just validate that in the third card placement is how God wants us to navigate the month. The Nine of Pentacles is the wrap up stage in the minor arcana of the Pentacles, the earth signs, the material world. A lot of people just keep it to work and career and community and health. But after years and years of doing tarot, I feel it touches everything, because everything is the material world. It's home, it's family, relationship. And for you guys, every area of those kind of pentacle world has been shakeup. And it's like you're the core tree, almost like the hangman. In older decks, you'll see a tree trunk, which is a representation of our core, who we are, our faith, our hope, our ability to have self-confidence and to let go, let God, right? And the Pentacles, it deals with everyday stuff in that material world. And in the Hangman, the other crossing branch are the material world, the everyday things that we have to deal with. Anything, and you need a voluntary seat. And the thing about the binds that hold him, they're loose. We're putting ourselves there because we need to sacrifice our time right now to God to say, I need a rest. And this just says that too. The Nine of Pentacles is the validation that you've taken one journey in that material world, and now a new shift is taking place. It's been happening for a while now. And again, like I said, you're catching your breath. You're getting your footing, and God wants to give you the space to take the rest of the time to do so. And August is the month to do it. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles also says, good job here, Gemini, because all your pentacles are in a row. You might be a little stoic and tempered and, from all the trials and tribulations and all the ups and downs and happy and joys of going through the cycle of the material, right? But you did it. And if you were to look back at yourself, like even 9 months ago, or even 9 days ago, or 9 years ago, you're not the same Geminis anymore, which is really beautiful and revolutionary. And that was the whole purpose of this big change. It wasn't just to mess with you, but it was to mess with you to make you stronger, rely on yourself more, believe in yourself, have that self-love, and have that self-confidence that when beams out from a Gemini, it's magic, okay? And also, too, this is magic as well. So in the fourth card placement, we've got the gut feeling, I like to say, in the base of the matter in the 10-card spread. And the Nine of Cups, another completion state in the minor arcana to the 10, right? And the cups are our heart. But in tarot, the Nine of Cups means the wish card. And my Gemini people, you don't get to the wish card unless you've been a good egg in the heart, okay? So this is what I want you to do this month. Take the chill for the Hangman that's offering you, oh, I'm getting goose pimples, and make the wish. And trust yourself that you've done the right thing. everywhere, as hard as it might have been to kind of navigate and maneuver through that strategy and analytical thinking. Because Gemini, you guys are all heart and you want to just like pour it out and be loving and stuff. You don't want to have to deal with minutiae stuff like that. Well, you had to, and you've learned some stuff and you've done it, and you really, pat yourself on the back. And here, what I have to say as well, in the fifth card placement, that's probably why the wish is appearing, not only just for all the hard stuff, but that you're moving on in the direction now that God can give you the wish, right? When we're stagnant and not looking for opportunity or potential, or looking backwards in that woe is me kind of way, how could God give us a gift? We're not going to even see it, that potential there. And that's the Eight of Cups in that fifth card position is like what's leaving our life in the 10 card spread. And the eight is a refresh, rejuvenation in the area of the heart. So that whole thing, again, friends, family, work stuff, everything, community, everything has shifted for Gemini over the last couple of years. And it's meant to get you here. Okay. And it's been a rough ride. Do not get me wrong. And that's kind of the indicator in the Eight of Cups. We're coming out of Shadowland, the time with the moon. And she's a doozy in tarot too. She's meant to scare the living daylights out of you, so you're not scared anymore. And I think that's kind of the conclusion we could come to. You're not scared. You can kind of know that you can do anything. And that's the affirmation God is giving you in the Hangman. I want you to take the month and reconnect with that feeling, because that's what the truth is, right? And that's the eighth of the validation of there. I don't know where we're going in the new area of the heart, but all my cups are there. So it's a little shadowy still, but I know I'm going in a new direction that takes me out of that shadowland. And that's where the bravery, courage, and the loyalty and the trust that gets used to in a good way, instead of being wasted on people and situations that no longer served you. God wasn't going to have that anymore, Gemini. So we have to take that walk in the eight, and it's beautiful. And God's giving you the time to enjoy the leisurely stroll into the new direction. That's what I love about the six card placement. Like I said, what's happening now and that Hangman, it's really beautiful. So do not torture yourself in any way, because that's kind of like with the Knight of Swords. I've had these kind of cards where I'm feeling like yancy pansies and I got to get things done yesterday, but I don't know exactly what that thing is, but I feel like I need to do it because I've got all this accomplishment from the past and I need to apply it, but I don't know where the next direction is. And that's why God comes along and say, the Hangman. And that's what I've learned over the years of doing tarot. The Hangman is God's gift to take a breath, because we couldn't even have another thought, even if I wanted to, because it's like we need that space to decipher, to relax, to reconnect with God, to get our power back, because that's what this is all about. This transition is you recognizing your power and starting to utilize it in the ways that your benefit, okay? And that's a reflection, again, of here in the what you're feeling of self. You know that's inside of you, that King of Swords. He's fair and just. He doesn't tolerate fools either. He's going to get to the truth of the matter. He's not going to give out BS either. He's not going to get it. So that's the royal state of that king. So believe it, it's you. He's balanced. He's even chakra detoxified. So wherever you need to kind of get that balance for yourself of the intuition along with the logic, that's a reflection of the king, to trust your heart along with your mindset and not let anyone take away your identity or your voice, okay? That's a reflection of the king, because you got something to say that's of value, all right? And maybe that's also a reflection because you couldn't have your voice in the past now, and all of a sudden now you've got some props about you in that business way or that material way world or whatever the case may be. It gets played out because it builds up your self-confidence. Again, God didn't mess with you just to mess with you, the universe and everything else to mess with you, to grow you. And you've got it. And you've got some power here too, which I really love for what's been going on in the past. And the ace card position is how other people view you, the magician. So you make magic happen in the short of it, right? He's the alchemist of the tarot. He's a major arcana card. Again, he's an affirmation and reminder that you have the skill set of the intellect of the swords, the heart of the cups, the imagination and inspiration of the wands, and the gold coin of the pentacles, right? You have all that magical skill set. And it's also too, it gives you a veil because he's sitting on top of the King of Swords. So let's say some of you, because it's a past reflection too, are dealing with old business stuff or divorce stuff, or is picking up your nerve or in any way. Just know that people look at you in a secretive way, like you have the mystery about you now, not the other way around. And I like that for you, Gemini. So use that to your advantage in any way. He gives you the protection of secrecy secrecy, against other people's shadiness as well. So let's say they're trying to throw swords at you still, again, the reflection of those thoughts of people have an opinion about us and they try to undermine us during the journey of the swords in ways that we never thought could happen. And they try to justify it too. So don't buy into anything like that, because that's card's reflection is for you, that you're making magic happen in your life and people don't know what to do about it. So, the best revenge, like I'm Italian, the best revenge they say is eating a dish cold, right? So let God and the universe have that, but people look at you in a mysterious way that's really just magical. So that's all I have to say about that. I'll leave it there. And you're magical, right? So in the ninth, and that's a validation here too. Wow. In the ninth card position are our hopes and fears is the Ace of Cups. The upsurge of energy, emotional feeling, just love and passion, all getting renewed in the heart. So while you're having this kind of moment here, God is stirring your spirit and your heart in that way that says, wow, I'm really digging myself. Wow, I'm really digging going outside. Wow, I'm really digging talking to these people, or just kicking it in a new way, or having that new idea take off. Give all respect to any kind of heart stirrings here, Gemini. And when a Gemini gets that heart stirring, watch out. That's another indication of the magic. It's no coincidence, sitting on top of one another. It's Aphrodite holding that big cup. So even out of all those tough times, all those trials and tribulations of the heart, my Gemini friends, you've come out on the other end and say, yeah, I have this big cup of emotion and love that I'm willing to give out again. I'm going to apply it to myself, and I'm not going to let anything from the past dent my ability to trust myself, my intuition, and my logic. That's the king. And it's so don't be afraid of that new stirring. That's kind of the part of the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I want you to get you thinking in new ways. It shows you all the potential and opportunity of the heart and our intellect too. So don't poo-poo any of that kind of stuff. Just again, bask in that kind of warmth and sunlight from God's divine order right now to take that rest under the hangman. That's our part of the process of bringing you out on the other side refreshed, okay? And you really need it. So don't be afraid of the Ace of Cups. She's stirring in a great way for you. And you dig it too when the heart stirs. It's like falling in love with life. It's really a great place for a Gemini. And you so deserve it too. So don't cut yourself off here as well. And the 10th card, outcome card, is a 10 of Wands. So we're really wrapping up here in the creative idea. Oh, 10-10. I like that. It's a real finishing up period in the minor arcana of the suit of Wands, which is our creative energy. So we have some accomplishments here. We've achieved some stuff. We know the circle is turning in a new direction, and maybe that's why all the scurrying, like I said, like I need ideas, I need to move this in this way, but I know I'm tired of this particular way of doing things, and that's what the cards reflect here. Something is winding up. It's in the Nine of Pentacles, it's the Eight of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. It's all a conclusion state into a new direction. But the thing about the 10 of Wands here, I'll say this, okay, in the exalted state, we're recognizing that we need the wind up. We need that kind of creative refresh. That's what the Ace is going to offer us with our heart. It starts there, right? Once our heart stirs about something, all of a sudden an idea, a new direction starts to appear as well. And again, this could happen from anywhere, from family, work, home, relationships, career stuff. I find it cuts a whole kit and caboodle, your health for a Gemini, especially if these kind of things can make us feel so tired that our health can get, affected too. And stress can really get us down as well when we're overthinking stuff and a whole lot of stuff like this. And that's why the hangman is stepping in, saying he's going to take care of all that. You just need to go get the reprieve. And the 10 of Wands is that reflection, because if we stay here too long and we don't take that rest and we don't take that refresh in a new direction to restart, those wands crush us. And we do not want that to happen, okay, Gemini? So wherever that reflects for you or resonates, just ponder about that in August, because that's part of the breadcrumb in the first new direction. God wants to release the tiresome nature of what you're feeling right now. And that's an internal stuff, right? This is an internal dialogue, the way we're feeling. Again, it starts in our mindset, and you've got two brains. So if it's not positive, then it's going to lead you down a path that's kind of like feeling mopey-popey. Right? And that's not really the agenda here. It's like maybe that's why the 6 of Cups is here too. It's like it's to kick all that stuff out of the wayside. So wherever your brain power needs to be applied to get you on that right direction of positivity, that's the direction here too for you. And just to, again, all the direction is just take a chaise lounge, get a cup of tea or a favorite drink, and just relax and just get meditative with God. God's got the answers. For all the answers are available to you in the universe, but I can't get it into a chaotic state, or if we're looking back in a reflection that's not positive. And I think it all is positive, but I just have to throw that caveat in there because there's always a non-exalted state in tarot. And here we end with the beautiful bonus card and the Two of Pentacles. It's an affirmation as well that new things are stirring, and that's underneath the Hangman. So underneath the Hangman, new ideas are stirring to make things materialize in the material world. And again, family, relationship, home, career, our health, the way we treat ourselves internally in a narrative, as well as the food and drink that we take inside, our community ties, and the way that we feel about ourselves within relationship to community. It all gets a new start, and you got some props about you here. That's the Two Pentacles right there. You're like a craftsman. You don't know exactly what it's going to be that you're going to create, but God in the universe knows that you're going to create something wonderful. And that's all you need to trust right now. And you need that new burst of enthusiasm, excitement, and energy that's sitting right there on the sidelines, ready to rush to you as soon as you get on the sidelines. It's like somebody's got a fan, you give you that little drink and talk to you positively and tell you how wonderful you are. And God's going to get to reconnect in there. And then that magic is going to happen that everybody else is seeing already. So have a good month, Gemini. And thank you again for everybody that watches and subscribed and all the whole kit and caboodle. I just can't say thank you enough. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would consider doing so, we're reaching out to other kindred tarot spirits, and it's super, super duper cool. And I can't say thank you enough, Geminis, for the support. Thank you.